In my last video around Fieldway Social, I talked about the newsletter and blog publishing and pipeline. And I didn't just talk about the pipeline, I talked about everything I've been building and why I've been building it and how tremendously helpful it is to me. Consequently, kind of a long video. This one's going to be much shorter. I'm just going to run you through my video publishing pipeline and how that works and the value that it's brought to me. So to start off with, let me show you Fieldway Social. This is my dashboard. As you can see, it's got a couple of YouTube shorts that have been published just yesterday, and then I'll have some more coming up soon. For the videos, right now I've got nothing needing review, partly because I've been building this dashboard after I have done the videos. So I had a process I was using with AI agents, and after Anthropic's email in May that they're changing how agents are billed, the cost was just going to be astronomical. And so I've shifted everything back to working within Claude Code locally using slash commands and building more local scripts and programs like Fieldway Social for managing my publication. So the way it works with videos is I record using OBS. I'm using that right now to record this. And then I edit in DaVinci Resolve Studio. And so I take my recordings and I drop them into one of these folders in my final. And when I drop it in there, I export it from DaVinci Resolve Studio. And I'm going to put in a video and a transcript. The video and transcript have to have the exact same name. And the script checks every 15 minutes for these matching files. When it sees an MP4 and an SRT with the exact same name, it starts the process of reading the transcript, and then it writes a title and description for the video. It takes the long form video, uploads that to YouTube into the playlist that matches the folder. So in this case, it's going to my step 0 playlist. If I had dropped it into the behind the scenes playlist, which is what I'll be doing with this video, when I drop it into the BTS folder, it's going to take that and put it into the BTS playlist. So depending on which folder I put it in, that dictates the playlist. It reads the SRT, writes a title and description, uploads the long form to YouTube, and then it gets the URL back. And it stores that URL on the same Obsidian document where it wrote the title and description. Let me show you that Obsidian document. Okay, I had to go find it. So here in Obsidian, this is from the Step 0 video Leadership is Painful and why it's still worth doing. It's got the path to the video file, to the transcript. This one shows as scheduled. This is a bad example because it never updated it. Okay, here we go. Okay, I had to go find Obsidian and bring it over. This is an example of a recent Step 0 video where it came up with the title, "You're Taking on Responsibility That Isn't Yours." And out of this video and transcript, it's got the path here in the front matter. It generated 5 shorts. The long form video is at this URL. It's got this initial description. And then from the shorts, it has generated titles and rendered them. So that's one of the cool things about the local script that I built. Out of the transcript, it's going to try and find good clips to create. And then it uses FFmpeg to create those videos. And out of a wide format, it's going to clip vertically and it's going to look for my face effectively. So it does some facial recognition to try to center the clip on my face. It then creates vertical clips out of that and then creates separate Obsidian documents with the details of the title and description for those shorts. When it generates shorts, it doesn't just put them on YouTube. It is pushing the shorts into YouTube, but also into LinkedIn and Facebook. and the short, the LinkedIn, and the Facebook posts all point back to the long form video on YouTube. Now, if you do anything on YouTube, you probably have experienced that uh, YouTube long form videos don't necessarily get a lot of plays. So if I filter for my actual published ones recently, this one only got 2. This one has 0. I don't know why I have a duplicate here. I need to delete that. I had a bug in my publication. It was sometimes having like a race condition. It was pushing it out too quickly. This one's got 5. This one's got 14. This one has 0. Like my long form videos don't get a lot of plays. The shorts are doing pretty well though. So like that same one that has 0 views of the long form, like 720 on this one, 491 on this one. Like this video is terrible. I tried something different, tried sitting in my hammock chair over there and like holding the phone up. The angle was so bad, but the shorts are still getting a good amount of plays. And I'm relatively happy with how these are performing because I'm not working hard at this. I record a long form video. I'm going to do one today where I'm going to set up my tripod out on the deck outside on the patio, and I'm going to talk about something. It will maybe be a 10-minute video, might just be 5 minutes. And then I will drop that into, I think it's going to be a step 0 one. So I'll just drop it in the transcript, little quick editing, export it, drop it in here. Same thing for these 2 behind the scenes videos I'm doing. I'll drop them into BTS. I'm doing one on the newsletter and blog today, and I'm doing this one in the videos today. So I'll drop them in. And all 3 of these videos, the local scripts will look at the transcripts, do the clips, do the writing, and then schedule out based on my cadence, where I do a blog post every 18 hours and a short every 6 hours. It will schedule out the LinkedIn and Facebook posts and the YouTube shorts. So you'll see they'll all go out at the same time for each of these. And so when I put these 3 videos out, it won't do them sequentially. One of the features I built here is that it mixes them together so that my social media doesn't have shorts that all look identical, like they're from the exact same source video. It's going to sort of blend them together. So that way it always looks like it's something a little bit different, but they'll all point back to the long form for anybody who wants to click through. And it keeps my social media full. So when you combine my written blogs and my videos, I've got a pretty rich publication schedule going. I said in the newsletter and blog video that it's about 1 to 2 hours a week that I spend on the written content. Not a whole lot given the volume that I've got going out. And then on videos, it's like maybe 20 minutes. Like it's the amount of time it takes me to record and edit. And that's usually 15 minutes per video. And if I do 1 video a week, that's pretty good, but I'm typically doing 2 or 3. And so you can imagine it's less than an hour a week for video stuff. And then Fieldway Social takes care of all of the clipping and publication. So I've still got to do the editing, but the actual clipping, writing titles, writing descriptions, scheduling, and publishing to YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn are all automated. And I love it. It works so well. So this is what I'm building. And as I said in the other video, my original idea was I wanted to release this as open source so that people could get off of the platforms that they're having to pay for and just run it themselves locally. All this is just running off of my Mac Studio, but you really don't need a beefy machine for this type of thing. But it is so tightly integrated with my website and my social media at this point that there's not really a good way to pull it apart. Like it's leveraging so many of my flawed skills and it's, all these local programs and then the tight integrations that trying to release it publicly would just be honestly more effort than I want to put in. So my hope is that this can inspire you and give you some ideas of something you could build for yourself. something that would help you in your business and help you, build your brand or whatever you're wanting to do. Really what I'm hoping is this gives you some ideas of how to reduce the number of hours that you're working to free up time for building relationships and spending time with people in your life who matter, instead of working more. I think often the outcome of people starting to use AI and other tools is they end up working more. There's a sense of FOMO, of fear of missing out, of like, I've got to do more and more and more. And these tools should be helping us to work fewer hours. They should be helping us to spend more time with our families and our community and building relationships with people. Like even networking, I think is really valuable, not to try to get you more business, but to meet the right people and to help them and to get help. So my hope is that these type of tools, certainly for me, it has saved me a ton of time. And because it's saving me time and effort and it's automating away all the parts of the process I didn't like, the actual copying and pasting and uploading and publishing, uh, I'm more likely to create content and share ideas than I was before. So hopefully this is inspiring, helpful, and interesting to you. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask if there's anything I can go deeper into, or if you have any ideas for me, because this is still very much work in progress, under development, figuring all this out as I go along. And anything you suggest, I'm happy to explore, give it a try, let you know how it turns out. So thanks for watching and have a great day.